Red flags in a business may include poor financial management, high employee turnover, declining sales, or even legal and compliance issues. Identifying these red flags early in a business is very critical because it marks the difference between a business that wants to stay in crisis or a business that is seeking to turn around. My name is Oyekemi Ajayi. I am going to be talking about how to identify red flags in a business and things that needs to be done going forward to help the business improve and stay afloat even in time of competition. Follow me as I go into this round of presentation. It promises to be very insightful and very informative. Thank you. Red flags may be financial, it could be operational, it could be, different signs that you see in a business and might have not even taking so much cognizance of it. I'm here to bring this to your attention so that you can take the necessary steps to correct them. Warning signs such as lack of transparency, a toxic work environment, reliance on a single customer, poor communication are all indications that there is a problem within a business, and this problem may be in terms of process or leadership. These challenges may be at the surface level, it could be temporary, and it could even be deeper than what it seems. Now, the ability to spot all these red flags early can actually be the difference between a thriving business and a business that is headed for crisis. What am I saying here? Why is it important to understand red flags? Why does understanding red flags matter in a business? Red flags are an indicator that something isn't working the way it should. Now, they often appear subtly at the very first instance, but they might become deadly if nothing is done. They could also decline the morals of the team members. It could also lead to financial crisis if it is ignored, and it can escalate into serious operational problems, financial problems, or even legal problems. Now, let's look at the common red flags that should be watched in a business. Financial red flags is very key. Examples of financial red flags include poor financial management, declining sales, continuous decline in sales, rise in debt, in fact, continuous rise in debt. Another point is on high customer concentration, because there are instances where your customer class is tied to the 3 key customers in your business. Maybe these 3 key customers generate about 70% to 80% of your total revenue. There is a high level of concentration in them. While you may also look at it that this is an opportunity for you to ensure good relationship with these customers, there is also a risk that if anything happens to the business of these 3 customers, automatically it has a significant impact on your business. So there's a need for you to ensure proper spread across all your customers. The next red flag to look out for is the operational red flag, such as poor product quality, lack of key controls in a business, toxic work environment. All these are examples of operational red flags. Now, how do we manage these red flags? The first point is to conduct regular internal reviews. This would help you to assess your performance, your processes, and identify any inherent risk in your process. The second point is on investing in training and leadership development, because this will help to strengthen your team dynamics and also help to reduce the level of toxicity in the team. The third point is on the use of data analytics. You can use data to monitor trends in sales, in customer behavior, and also in financial health of the business. That way, when you're making a decision relating to sales or your customer behaviors, you are making a decision that is driven by data. Another point is on diversifying revenue and supplier sources. This would help to reduce dependency and increase reliance in the business. What am I saying here? We see instances where a business has one single supplier or 2 suppliers but relies heavily on supplier A. If any issue comes up with supplier A, it automatically impacts your business. So the ability to diversify would help your business. The next point I want to emphasize on is on engaging legal and financial experts to help ensure compliance and sound financial practice within your business. And finally, listen to your customers and employees. What am I saying here? Get feedback as often as possible to help to improve your processes within business. I hope this information has been very helpful. I hope you've been able to pick and learn one or two things with respect to financial red flags and operational red flags. In the next presentation, I'm going to be talking about how to identify and manage financial red flags. Please ensure that you follow me and you listen to it to help you to identify these corrective measures in your business. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and do have a great one.